Ethics, spirituality, and refinement of the soul and character are often missing in our conversations on marriage and family relations. The daily injustices and hardships faced by many Muslim families lead us to focus on legal responses, pushing ethical and moral considerations to the background. However, the solution lies not in simply reforming individual juristic rulings and their modern-day manifestations in state laws. In fact, it requires a substantive transformation in how we conceptualize marriage, from domination to a partnership of equals. This is what our research initiative aims to achieve by exploring the different ways in which we can reform the philosophy behind marriage and gender relations from within Muslim tradition to enable spouses to realize their full potential. 3 scholars explored ethical and spiritual teachings from Islamic tradition to draw the contours of a new ethical discourse on Muslim marriage. Let's join them to learn about Islamic ethics and discover spiritual gems to nurture our aspirations for mutually enriching marriages. What are the different approaches to Islamic ethics, and how can we build upon them to develop moral norms that foreground gender justice? Maryam Al-Attar explains that ethics are discussed under different genres that include speculative theology, fiqh and usul al-fiqh, Islamic mysticism and philosophy. She explains that this fragmented approach and the dominance of fiqh presents challenges to studying ethics as an Islamic intellectual tradition. Maryam Al-Attar presents a constructivist approach to ethics that can be applied to gender norms. The approach states that moral norms are constructed by human deliberation, taking into consideration universal moral values such as Quranic values and the relevant social context. She outlines a set of criteria that can be used to assess judgments in relation to gender relations and rights. How can we build more just, equal, and spiritually nourishing Muslim marriages and intimate relationships? How does the Quran guide us in shaping this relationship that helps us realize our better selves? Aminah Wadud and Saadia Sheikh reflect on issues of gender justice and marriage through spiritual lenses. Building on their scholarship and lived experiences, they explore the intersections of spiritual growth, Quranic ethics, and egalitarian and mutually empowering family relations. Aminah Wadud shares how she envisions marriage in an ideal world. She says, "Marriage is an institution. The terms of this institution and the ways that it is practiced and supported in society is in accordance with the dominant worldview in that society. If we were to imagine and then to construct a society, I would hope that we would construct one that nurtures love and beauty. I would want a system that gives hope to the expressions of this love and beauty." She then reflects on Quranic verse 30:21. Allah created from our own souls and our own nature mates or partners. The nafs is like the ego. It's the soul, the intimate self, and it's also used to talk about type or class. Allah follows to say that the mate will inspire serenity, peace, harmony, beauty. Finally, this verse also says that Allah made the pairs love and mercy, a kind of intimacy and mercy that can only be affirmed by that kind of partner of peace from the one created soul. That's how Aminah Wadud understands marriage in Islam. Saadia Sheikh shares her luminous insights on how to pursue spiritual growth and advancement in marriage. She says, "Marriage is indeed half of religion because the work that goes into it can be some of the most intense inner and outer work a human being can do. Some of this work is deeply joyous, nourishing, and fulfilling. Some of it is just ordinary and mundane, and some of it is difficult and painful. She proposes ways through which couples can spiritually grow and enact love, justice, and beauty within their marriages. According to her, one of the most significant offerings of a marriage is that it creates the possibilities to see oneself in an intimate mirror. In healthy relationships, spouses can be mirrors reflecting our most unique beauty and special gifts, or our limitations. If spouses engage the image their partners reflect with integrity, marriage opens up the possibilities for a transformative and unfolding spiritual journey of growth. Sadia Sheikh reflects on the hidden treasures of Quranic verse 2:187. Your spouses are a garment for you as you are a garment for them. She says, garments sit against our skin, alluding to the deep intimacy that marriage can bring. Garments protect our bodies against the elements from the bitter cold and from the harsh sun. So too can marriage provide protection from the severity life sometimes brings. A solid marriage creates a protective layer of relationship that comforts one's heart when weathering the storms of life. Do you want to read and listen more about how these scholars are engaging with Islamic ethical teachings and Muslims' lived realities to unearth an egalitarian framework for Muslim marriages? Stay tuned for the publication of our collective volume. In the meantime, watch our groundbreaking series of webinars featuring the scholars involved in the research initiative Reclaiming ʿAdl and Iḥsān in Muslim Marriages, Between Ethics and Law.